Hello, welcome back to the workshop, episode 6. Fantastic to have you here, and it is episode 6 of making my very first sword. I'm so thrilled with how this is going. I'm having so much fun, I'm learning so much, and I'm so pleased to be sharing it with you guys. If you're new to the channel, my name's Alec Steele, and I make blacksmithing videos as close as I can to every single day. It's a lot of fun, and I get to bring you through every single day of a project like this, and it is just fantastic having you here. Thanks for watching. So I've been informed that on a sword one often wants a convex edge. Now what that means is instead of a flat like I have right now, I want an edge that is slightly rolling over so that the actual edge itself is better supported. At least that's what I understand. Now that I have a straight edge and the general structure is there, I want to start putting that convex in there. The way I plan to do this, I'm going to give this a go. It might not work so well, but on this grinder, this wheel is softer than obviously the steel platen on my other belt grinder. And so what I'm going to try and do is, with this soft wheel, it'll give me a little bit of give, and hopefully enough that with just a slight little bit of rocking on my part, I can get that perfect convex grind. We're going to see. My one worry is obviously that because this is a round wheel, I might not be able to keep that edge consistent, but I think with some care and a lot of caution and working evenly, I'm going to be able to get this to go well. Let's give this a go. Taking a pass, holding it at a slightly steeper angle. From there, after that pass, I then lower the angle down. This is giving me like an apple seed shape to the thing, which is exactly what I want. I now need to work on getting this tip pointy and making sure that it's all good and perfect. Now have a consistent 120 grit finish. The center line is straight, my edge is consistent, I have a nice convex to the blade. This is just brilliant, and I cannot believe that this is actually working. This is so exciting because I have been so terrified of this project for so long, and yet it is actually working. It's taking a long time, but it is working, and that is thrilling. Now what I need to do is I need to take all of this to 240 grit. Thankfully I do have fresh 240 grit belts, so we're gonna go there. From there we'll then be able to step up to the Trizact, which is gonna be our first little real finishing step. This is the moment that Sam decides to sneak up on me while I have earbuds in, ear defenders on, I can't hear anything, and I have never been as terrified in my life. Thanks, Sam. Really appreciate it. Trizact 400 grit equivalent. this clamped up in the vise with a towel underneath so that I make sure that I don't scratch the bottom. And now is on to one of the most grueling parts of knife making. Hand sanding. Obviously on a thing like this is gonna be a massive effort. I've got the 400 grit Trizact finish from the bell grinder on it right now, and I think actually I wanna go more like up to 600 or so. That's a lot of hand sanding. But I shall persevere. I'll take my regal chair and sit down and, you know, time lapse. .600 grit. It's looking awesome. I am so excited. I have a sword. Woohoo! Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the Scotch Brite wheel and I'm gonna get a even higher grit satin finish, and that's just gonna make everything perfect. From there, I'm gonna put a rag on this. I'm gonna tape it all up. I'm gonna make sure that I can't touch this. I'm now very gingerly and very carefully, while I try and control my elation, which isn't so easy, I'm going to...
I got pizza!
Okay, I'm gonna put this down and I'm gonna do this after pizza. This is the world's greatest pizza. This isn't just this. No. This is this and this. It's some insane pizza. It's good. That was delicious. So we are all masking taped up, which is very good. Now there is one extra issue here, and this is something I actually noticed, I believe back in episode 4? Yeah, I think it was episode 4, where I was grinding it and I was reviewing the footage and I noticed that when I flipped this over on the piece of angle iron, there was a little bit of flex, and the reason for that is though the blade is straight, and I dare say shockingly straight, the tang has a bend in it right about there. So here's my plan. I'm gonna wet this rag. With this wet rag, I'm gonna wrap it around the blade. I'm gonna wrap it around the first part of the tang too. And I'm gonna take the oxy fuel torch and we're gonna try and very gingerly bend that tang back while it's red.
One for you, one for me.
So while that's been cooling down, Sam is obviously here, and we've been setting up for the live show. Now, I don't know how many of you new people know about the live show, but this is the real fast rundown of the live show. What about like 5 minutes before the live show is about to start, we finally decide what we're gonna make, and I make something live, and I usually make a lot of mistakes, but it's usually pretty fun.
It is pretty fun.
Yeah, but it's about 5 minutes before the live show, and I'm trying to work out what we're gonna make. The idea right now is some sort of split and chiseled shelf bracket. So I'd take a piece of flat stock and chisel down the middle, and then bend one piece out, and then bend one piece over. That would then give you a shelf at the bottom and a shelf at the top. I'm worried about how clean that would look with a hot chisel line in it. It kind of seems like something that an angle grinder would do better. But, however, I do think if I was able to get the overall design to look kind of interesting, look like it's you making the most of forged steel, then the chisel wouldn't look so bad.
No.
And I think the choice of cross-section material is going to be important with this. So I got to have a think here. Okie dokie, so I'm now going to start grinding on this tang a little bit before the live show. Right, so I'm gonna run over there and we're gonna do a live show and hopefully it's gonna be great. I hope that you enjoyed watching it. Aside from that, I'm so pleased to have had you here in the workshop today on my daily blacksmithing videos. It is so fun every day being able to share with you all this little slice of the creativity that goes on in this workshop, being able to share with you all some craftsmanship, and of course being able to share with you all really great time, because it is so fantastic to make things, to build things, to learn, to improve, so it's just a pleasure having you here. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Please be sure, if you're new, to subscribe and watch some of my other videos too. There's a whole lot of videos before this in the series of this, my first sword. Whole bunch of videos after in this series of my first sword, as well as a whole other bunch of videos on this channel. And of course, I'd really appreciate it if you would hit like, drop a comment below, hit subscribe if you're new, and share the video with your friends. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.